Welcome back to Takabola Gaming. My name is Takabola, and today we continue our run playing as Najd in Europa Universalis 4. Fearing the massive Ottoman menace that continues to be 4 times our troops, they have warned us. Let us see. This only applies for 10 years or for 20 years. So the warning will expire July of 1553, or when they go to war with us. So I think there's a chance that we may not really need to be as concerned about this as we are. I think that instead we're just going to set up to fight Ajurahan and Kilwa in a much shorter amount of time. For now, we're going to leave these armies up here. And in the meantime, we are trying to get some allies in the... Okay. We'll send the armies down here. It's fine. Trying to get some allies over in India. Going. I'm not overly positive that's going to stand a chance of happening, but who knows? Maybe. We do have Bengal as a massive and powerful ally, which is very helpful for the moment. To maybe dissuade the Ottomans from attacking us. And there is a new ruler in Ottoman land. Which is good. Look at that new merchant. We currently are collecting in a lot of places. We do now have 5% power in these 2 locations. But having some power down here, I feel like we should use that new one to collect down there. Alright, so hopefully we're not going to get burned on this, but we're just going to leave him down there. And we're going to take this army, which doesn't have a cannon, and move it down to the border of Ajurahan. We will leave them there. We shall see. We're 9 away in Gujarat. Gotten a royal marriage yet? No. I don't have a ton of Alright, well there's November. So here we go. That kind of snuck up on me. Launch! Launch we shall. So actually, I want the general on here. And we're going to split this army up a little bit to try and make quick work of Ajurahan. We'll gain the local autonomy. Shouldn't be as big of a deal. Move toward legalism. Lost that battle. I didn't actually think you guys were going to continue to stay out in the ocean. Let's see if we can get some troops onto there. I'm doubting that we can. Excuse me if that stays in, I apologize. Try to remember to edit that out, but not, well, hopefully the sneeze doesn't get picked up. Alright, I am thinking it is the smartest idea to take one of these two for the claim over here. That's going to be enough. Alright, I'm going to move the rest of the army around over here. I'm also not certain that there's really anything turn around. Not certain that there's really anything down here that makes any sense to take in order to release. Yeah, not really. Most of these are pretty small. Mutapa would be the only one. If I could get to it and subjugate Mutapa, that could get there. There would be something to be said for that. To take those. And then yeah, something like that. Because we're going to devastate Kilwa unless we get attacked. Frankly, even if we get attacked. And I don't want to leave that 8 stack just sitting there. Austria has been elected Holy Roman Emperor again. How lovely for them. There's the royal marriage offer from Bengal. Yeah, go ahead and pull him back for now. Alright, we found their army. 23,000 marching north. Means away from our guy here. That's also why we're keeping the guy close over here as we try and finish off a Jura. Hey, new state church in Great Britain. Alright. Doesn't bother me much. And the printing press institution has fired before we are capable of getting colonialism. Great! It's actually slowly arriving a little bit. Because the Ottomans did embrace it, so it's slowly getting here. We need to put institution spread on in the Delta, I think. Alright, we've taken a Jurahan. Good. threaten Kilwa here. Our military advisor died. Still think we want to do level 2, but we'll go back to production efficiency. They're at 57%. We kind of gotten lucky a little bit here. It is coastline, so I don't think we need to worry about if they do happen to win it. And the only thing to concern ourselves with if they happen to win it is them leaving. But if this guy's going to leave onto the boat, let him. Then we'll fight a smaller force. Then probably still have a chance to come back and challenge wherever he's getting off. Where are you getting off? Pate. Yep, we can't. We're not going to trap him here. He's going to retreat further down, so not a large concern. Oh, that was a fast transfer of troops. Alright, we've taken quite a little bit here. That said, Kilwa needs to be retaken. At this point. How far away are you managing to retreat? I can enact a government reform. What can I do? What do we do? We have the last one. Well, we can reform into a monarchy. We can reform into a republic. We can reform into a theocracy. We can become a horde. Or we can form an advanced tribe. Or we can get tribal unity, which is the one that I wanted to do. Because that gives me some growth in this, +1 for that, so that's a little bit helpful. There. Worldly Unima. We can lose 2 corruption out of that. So that's what we would like to do. And with 800, we'll spend some on this stuff. We're just going to try and keep them occupied up over there. We'll just lose 25 government reform progress there. Move here. I don't want to loot something I'm going to wind up taking. I just want to be in the south for whenever they decide to come back up. Alright. The rest of you head in a general that way direction. Alright, we want to siege of Kilwa. This should be it. It should be over. We need 321. So let's wait to get 321. Alright, so they're blockading. We're just gonna army blockade. And then we are going to take this. We're going to close expansion out because we're spending so much of this stuff. And we're going to pick a military one. And it's only going to affect trade. So trade efficiency and movement speed. Or merchants and trade steering. I guess movement speed? No, yeah, the force limit modifier on offensive. That's what we want. Now, we're only 6 years ahead of time. And I think we're going to have the thing. So, we're going to get our cavalry flanking ability, which we're not going to put to use at all. Ooh. Yeah, let's get them both. And then, no more. We'll save up for tech next. Alright, we need 2 more months, because we were gaining 7 each month. Alright, and we're making 17 now. Let's get our guy up to land force limit. Alright. Gonna take our peace deal. Tour extension at only 64. Now, would you accept this without it? I don't think so. Will involve war to get that. Which is fine. Alright, let's bring our troops back up here. Ethiopia is allied with Portugal, which kind of leads me to thinking that that's not there. So we're ready, I think, for July 1553. I think that's where we're headed now. We'll not convert that one yet. Not yet. Go to Jeddah. Go ahead and return the diplomat. Gain stability. Of course, the particulars right in our capital. That, speaking of, we can take some land right over this. Okay. National manpower modifier, trade efficiency. Manpower. Yearly prestige goes down. That's okay. Otherwise, this still 27 is, and it will be. All right. Charge! Pull this army down here. Ethiopia, no longer a valid rival. Is anyone a valid rival? That's a good question. Go ahead and pull this one back. Oh, I have an estate agenda. We should fulfill that estate agenda. That is a lot of ducats, but worth it. Now the other ones, appears that we don't really have anything there. We don't have enough crown land to put any of the things in order, so we're not going to mess with that. And for some reason, oh, that's why. We're losing money. Because the army no longer likes us. Which is understandable. Go down there and fight. Alright, 144 months. That's better. Be even better when we can state things. We're going to ease the tension. That improves relations with the Ottomans by 60. Who knows? Maybe. Where? Seriously, where? Oh. Well, that's no fun. Go ahead and return him. Can you do this yet? No. State again. Thank you. All right, we've achieved the thing. Let's get a die, get our money back. This one is great. I like this idea. Excellent. I know we're spending a ton of military power that I claimed we didn't have. Right. Seriously, we have one rival. Warned, but we missed our date! I didn't get a notification. Alright. Ethiopian Horn of Africa. Meaning their capital moved somewhere else. We can't see. The capital's over here. Okay. Oh, yes. We shall rival Vijayanyar. We can win that fight. Alright, well. Then we engage in other tactics. Again, just trying to increase our strength. 500 some odd development. That isn't bad. No, Songhai, come on. You know what? Fine. We'll ally Hormuz. That's fine. Alright, so for Mutapa, really just needs something. And I don't think we need to bring our full army to bear. We're going to try and get military access from the Bengal just so we have our armies ready. We'll fight the two wars at the same time. They come over here anyway. I'm waiting for that. I don't think any of these are cores of you that we have. That one is. That's okay. Well, that's fine. Alright. So we're declaring the war. I think this is the one we're at war with over here. Not sure how we can get over there. Or if we can get over there. It's possible they border the borderlands. I'm hoping. Are you guys coming over here ever? I'm going to get there. Yeah, I think that lowered our taxes. That's not what we want. Oh my gosh. It did lower our taxes. Alright, so we're going to wind up having some things we can't core as a result of that, but that is okay. Alright, so we can convert some things. We're not going to do that yet. And they're no longer a valid rival for us, but it's okay. We got what we needed from them. I think they lost some that land right there. There's military access to us. At least. So maybe we can get over to there. Now, these should have decreased. I'm out of time. I guess not. Oh, I can use a piety interaction. Then I shall do that. Can you get here at all? Nope. Not really sure how we're gonna get this when we can't get over to there. Unless Songhai... No, I can't take maps. Can I steal maps? I can. Build some spy networks. Hope that one of them gets up to where we need it to be. Alright, we're going to march these armies. This one's going half speed. So we need a different nation. One that perhaps has no reason to suspect us. Trying to figure out where these guys are headed in their retreats. There. Mutapa's headed there. All right. We're going to return the army up north. And we should probably get this up to 20 something. Bengal is preparing to attack Ming in a war of aggression. I was going to say, that has to mean Ming's blowing up, and it does. It does indeed. Alright, I guess we're just kind of waiting here. Okay, we've gotten an unconditional surrender. Never mind! Actually, it's probably not a bad idea to still be spying on you. Mutapa! I appreciate your unconditional surrender. More than you can know. You don't have debt. How? How do you not have debt? I don't understand this. Alright, that is one of her core provinces, so I do want to grant that province. So that they'll like me a little bit better. They're willing to royal marry? It's actually very surprising to me. It's like, wait, do I have a thing? Hey, I cast this belly for Kilwa eventually. Yes. That was the whole point of annexing Mutapa here. But yeah, I would say the week has gone pretty well, all things considered. Question of how much I really want to get into India versus how much I want to get into Madagascar. Let us, first off, let's ask for fleet basing rights here. For Bengal, get them. Now we're going to wait for the boats to get in here, so it's at least 14. Combine this army into one. I don't think it's going to matter. We're going to transport them to Bengal. And so the boats will be doing that kind of as we go. But other than that, I think I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe down below, as all that stuff does help me know that things are going well. And why do we have 0? While giving 0 to that. Looks like I need to put a focus on. Just so we can advance the War Sonali thing. And I'll probably go ahead and flip this around. Let's go one more month. Royal marriage to Bengal, isn't it? But yeah, there's nothing that I really want to give up of all this. It looked like it was one of my promoted cultures. Ugh. I don't really have the money to fire another one. 51 now. Alright, this one's of an accepted culture, so we can upgrade him to 95 at some point. We have gold. Ooh. Of course, the other side of this is we don't have any colonialism still. So we have 526 power, but it's not going to go anywhere. And apparently we want to fight Kilwa's rebels. Right. This we will fight for you. That's not a problem. I can do that. Alright. Fabricate claim on the largest. And let's set a rival at the end here, France. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so I would say, like I was saying earlier, we're doing pretty solid. Pretty much hitting the plans that I had hoped for. And there's still no way to attack these countries without attacking something that borders the Ottomans, but yep, we're getting over here. We're dealing with Africa a ton, so I think that things are working out on that front, and hopefully we can continue. But I've been TBARW Gaming, and I'll see you next time.